Hey, I'm back. So let me see. Let's see. Because I just saw a Financial Times article, and I feel like we need to quickly debunk this regime change operation. So I'm back. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's get it started. I know I just ended the stream, but then I just saw this and I'm like, oh, oopsie daisy. So I'm back. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I just saw a Financial Times article. That's horrible. So I'm like, okay, I have to be back. So let's just get to business. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Marxist congressman named, okay, sure. Peru's leftist President Pedro Castillo has plunged the government into crisis just one day after naming a congressman investigated for alleged terrorist sympathies means that he does not have actual terrorist sympathies because it's alleged. And if a move that shocked, can you see this? Or is it, no, it's too small. Okay, tell me when you can see this. Hold on, let me make it bigger. Can you see this now? So is this big enough? Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Peru's new leftist government, Pedro Castillo, has plunged his government into crisis just one day after naming a congressman investigated for alleged terrorist sympathies. Okay, so alleged means, let's see if this works. Let me see if I can change it. Where is it? Okay, I found it. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so for alleged, no, that's not the tag. Damn it. Okay. Okay, I'll just put some sort of, let me see if I can, I know. No, it's not letting me do that. Okay, whatever. Okay. Not real. Terrorist sympathies as prime minister, a move that shocked a country still scarred by a conflict with the guerrilla group Shining Path. Okay. Okay. It did not shock the country. It made you mad, so you're crying about it. Shining Path's weird. We'll have to talk about it later. The appointment of Guido Bellido, who recently asked a journalist what they had against Maoist insurgents whose war with the state claimed 70,000 lives in the 1980s and 1990s, was greeted with dismay across the political spectrum. Now, they did okay. What they're not telling you is that Albert Fujimori did forced sterilizations and without anesthesia and cut people's intestines off. But whatever. Okay, not intestines, sorry, uteruses off. Okay. Bellido is a disastrous appointment, said Rodolfo Rojas, director of Sequoia, a political consultancy in Lima. So the next thing that Rodolfo. Next thing that Pedro Castillo needs to do is get rid of these political consultancies in Lima. In 24 hours, Pedro Castillo's political capital has gone up in smoke. Okay, first of all, this is alleged. So, based on an alleged, not real, terrorist sympathies, you are, I mean, this is like the most unhinged thing I've ever seen. This is not real, alleged. Based on this, oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, I know. I forgot to do span. That's what happened. Sorry. Oops, let me fix it. This work? Nope. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Let me see if I can do one. Well, I'll try one more thing before I go back on subject. Okay. Let me. I know. I'll just copy and paste, and then I can then annotate. Okay. Just give me 30 more seconds. Okay. Why can't I was able to do that before, but whatever. Okay, that's fine. We'll do this now. Oh, fuck you guys. Okay. Okay. I guess they won't let me do that. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. So it's like Financial Times has some sort of stupid thing. Can you see this still? Okay. Let's go back. Okay. So was investigated. So not real. Remember, investigated by some total utter fascist, probably. So let's see. Let me see if I have to be able to do something with it. Let me see. Okay. Let's see. I know. Okay. Give me one more second. Okay. So investigated by investigated. Okay. Let me see if this works. Okay, let's see if this works. Hopefully it'll work. Let's see. Where am I? Okay, give me one more second. Am I online still? Oh yeah, I am. Okay. Let's see. Okay. See. So he was investigated by fascists. Okay. A move that shocked a country still scarred by conflict. Yes, I'm sure. The appointment of so he asked a journalist something, not real again. Asked a journalist why, was greeted with dismay across the political spectrum. This sounds like yeah, this sounds like it sounds like total nonsense. Okay. Asked again. See? Okay, let's go further. Bellido is a disastrous appointment, said Rodolfo Riojas, the direct. Okay, that should not even exist. Okay. Moderate leftists and centers have been trying to nudge the president towards middle ground since he won. No, there is no middle ground because you guys are psycho. Okay. Since he won June 19th election by a tiny margin over right-wing candidate Keiko Fujimori. The country is deeply divided after the bitter election campaign, struggling to emerge from a deep recession and battling the world's highest per capita death rates from the coronavirus. Conservatives say Castillo, a primary school teacher and a union activist from a remote Andean village, wants to turn Peru into a communist dictatorship. Okay, good. You guys shouldn't be there. Peru's stock exchange and sol currency have plummeted since Castillo's victory, and analysts expect them to fall further on Friday because of increased political stability. Wealthy Peruvians have already shifted billions out of the country. There were chaotic scenes outside of the theater where the ministers were sworn in on Thursday night. Leftist activists celebrated Bellido's appointment and scuffled with opponents. Journalists were barred from the event. Yes, because that's just their culture, their rules. Follow them, you whiny bastard. President named Hector Bihar, an 85-year-old former. Ooh, I love that. Oh my God. I love this. Marxist guerrilla as his foreign minister, and economist Ivan Merino as the mining and engineering minister. Only not enough fascist women. Yeah. Exactly. More fascist women in Peru is what they. Okay. Pedro. Is that name German? Oh, no. A former World Bank economist tipped to be Castillo's finance minister was not included in the cabinet, and the position was left unfilled. Aww. Frank was spotted late night walking away from the theater where Castillo swore in his ministers. It is unclear whether he declined the role in government or failed to secure the job. A woman shouts. Okay, let's see. Okay. The risk of Peru's economic recovery are high as brinkmanship with Congress will be extreme. So Peru's Congress is going to be acting just like the Venezuelan opposition, and they should probably be they need to create a new constitutional assembly and make these people irrelevant. Okay. Predicted Nicolas Saldias, Latin American, and at the economic. Okay. Why are they existing? Saying there was a significant risk of capital flight leading up to currency depreciation in the coming days and weeks. Castillo has ruled out nationalization of private companies in what seemed like a warning to foreign mining companies. He has said, "We are ready to recover our sovereignty over our natural resources because many of them nowadays are in foreign hands with contracts that guarantee them tax stability. So they are protected against democracy." Uh, well, we don't know if he didn't get the job or not. They didn't ask. So for some odd reason, they spotted him, but they could have just be like, yo, dude, did you get the job or did you say no? Um, Peru is the okay. So tax stability is protection from democracy. Peru is the world's second biggest producer of copper, home to mines owned by foreign company. Any Anglo-American that anything with that name should just be banned from existence. I'm sorry. The British are pretty bad. The Americans are pretty bad. If they're both, yeah, it should just be banned from existence. I don't care. Glencore, Southern Copper. Aw. On Thursday, Anglo American's chief executive Mark Cutifani played down the threat of higher taxes and royalties under the new government, saying his dealings with Castillo and the new administration has been pretty positive. Castillo, who has still no prior government experience, America, Donald Trump, still has to put his cabinet to a congressional vote of confidence. If it is rejected, he can propose another one. If Congress rejects that too, the president can dissolve the House and call the. Okay, this is really funny because this is again Fujimoro's rules. Usually people don't invite. Yeah, I do, but usually people don't invite me to their podcast because I'm too leftward and I'm not respectable enough. Okay. Current legislators. Okay, so this is funny because Fujimoro made this up because he wanted to put fascists in the cabinet, and then the Congress kept on rejecting the to utter fascists. But so he wrote this into the Constitution, and now their rules have come back to bite them, and they're mad. Current legislators will want to avoid that at all costs because they are. Oh my God, we don't like these rules we made are unfair. Therefore, they are likely to rubber stamp the president's cabinet sooner or later. I love this. However, the furor over the further sour and already bitter political atmosphere and increase the chances of Castillo's impeachment. Lavajato. Peru's constitution makes it relatively, that's why this is easy for legislators to get rid of the president. They have removed two unquestionable grounds since 2018. One of them is forcible abortions and pulling people's uteruses out, but whatever. The decision to name Bellido as PM is politically dumb and unnecessarily confrontational when the country needs minimum democratic governability following such a polarizing election, said Paula Munoz, a political scientist at the University of Pacific in Lima. Former Interior Minister Carlos Basombrio described Bellido's appointment as disgusting and said democracy no, it's not. Capitalism is. Many observers said that Castillo was pandering to Vladimir Cerron, the shadowy leader of Marxist-Leninist Free Peru party that propelled him to power. Despite his radical agenda, Castillo's party has only 37 seats in the chamber, and it means he has not. He will struggle to pass legislation, meaning that proposals that markets most worry is unlikely to become a reality. So we know why. That's fine. Don't worry about this. I don't need to be on other shows. Katie's will probably have me on. It doesn't matter really. I don't need to be on other shows. You just share my show. Yeah. Yeah, if you share this, it doesn't really matter who puts me on their podcast. I don't really need to be on it. And yeah. And I understand, really people should not we need a lot of different people and there's no need to no. everyone's concerned about optics. They are no one's ever going to be as bold as me because they're Americans, so you just can't. Yeah. So I don't know what to say other than I have never lied. I have never been wrong. I double, triple check for accuracy, and I am willing to be as accurate as possible. So I don't know what else to say about that. So yeah, so they are already concerned trolling, and they're gonna do a Evo Morales, a type of coup from 2008 Bolivia, and ignore it. And yeah, really ignore it, and yeah, yeah, and make sure that you don't get swayed by the headlines and you read deep down, because usually careful reading tells you it's nothing. This is all like part of regime change propaganda, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to be harder in Peru. And once again, ignore anyone who has not read Lenin. Okay, I had to do this. Yeah, I will. Oh no, it's going to be worse than you ever think. You can't even imagine how bad it will be. So yeah, with that, bye bye.